Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for another OPTC video, and in today's video, well, continuation of the previous video. So, we just released our Grand Voyage against Syrup Village, utilizing Fat Usopp, and I didn't have the support of Treasure Map Nami. Now, I was having to think about it, and I was like, man, like stage 4, we took 2 turns. What if we like one stage that with the special of Frankie, get through that, and then we probably take 2 stages somewhere else. So, turns out I actually managed to get it done with the exact same team, but with some different supports. And we'll have a chat about those just before we dive in. But the team is a lot more accessible. It doesn't use that Treasure Map Nami support, which is very, very handy, and actually gets it done very, very nicely. So if this team actually helps you guys out, make sure to belt the like button. If you're new, hit that big red subscribe button as well. Most importantly though, enjoy the video. Best of luck with your Grand Voyage runs. And with that said, let's dive into the video. Alright, so the new team looks a little bit like this. Now, it hasn't changed all that much, if at all, really. We just moved some supports around. We did take off the Nami support. Obviously, that's not accessible at all. But the key to this content is actually stalling on stage 3. With Ace and Yamato as our friend captain, we can actually, like, get quite a bit of healing. And with Mr. 3 on our Ace Sabo, we can actually tank a shot on stage 3 very, very easily. So we are using the Mr. 3 support. We do have just stats on our Fat Usopp now. And then we have the Raizo still for the paralysis removal. Finally, we have Luffy on our Frankie unit. Now, I don't think that's essential. You don't have a matching orb on Frankie, and you're pretty much doing all your damage with Kizaru with a Wano slot. As you guys will see in the video, Kizaru hits ridiculously hard. So I do think stats is probably A-okay on Frankie. But if you could find something that gives him a matching orb when you use his special, that could easily work too. Now, I'm actually thinking of a character which is Apu. This Apu, nah, it's on the final stage, never mind. But if you can find like a support here that will give you a matching orb when you actually utilize the character's special, it's going to work out very, very nicely. Now, unfortunately, I can't really think of one off the top of my head, but maybe there's like a Nami possibly. Well, there could be something, and if you can give him a matching orb, it's going to be absolutely great. Otherwise, you could probably just use something like stats. Does Kung Fu Luffy gives adjacent orbs matching, which is a little bit annoying. But as I mentioned, like I said, if you can give a matching orb somehow, what about Brook? Nope. Soba? Nope. You can get a quick slot. I don't think the quick slot's actually beneficial. But, nevertheless, if you can actually get a slot on this unit somehow, you are going to be, like, for a very, very good time. Otherwise, like I said, I used the Luffy for the video, but utilizing something that just gives you high stats should work hunky-dory as well. We are using a friend captain, Ace Yamato, once again. It is level 3 final tap. I am sort of working on something with no Kizaru, but I do think you're going to need a level 2 or higher, probably level 3 Ace Yamato to actually make that work. With that said, that's the team. Let's dive into the run. Alright, so this is the team. Those are the supports. Let's dive into the run. Now, as you guys have seen, if you guys didn't check out the actual first team, I'll leave a link in the description. We did have the support of Treasure Map Nami on our Fat Usopp. However, it is not actually essential. I actually just took it off, and we just put on a stat support. We do have the Mr. 3 support on our Sabo and Ace, however, and we do have the Anniversary Luffy on our Frankie unit. Now, Anniversary Luffy is probably not essential either, to be honest. If you have like a very good stat booster, I'm sure that will work absolutely hunky-dory, because for this run, I didn't actually have an orb on my Frankie, and I just did like butt tons of damage with the Wano slot that was on my Kizaru, so that actually worked out quite nicely. With this particular run too, we actually used the Momo and Shinobu special on stage 2, which can actually remove the resilience, which is very, very handy, as that way you don't have to worry about where you're tapping. Ideally, you do want to switch with your Ace Sabo and your Ace Yamato here. That way you get the chain boundary, you get the burn, you get the color affinity, and then we're going to use the Usopp special as well as the Momo Shinobu to get an orb boost as well as an attack boost to our Dex units. As you guys saw there, I switched with my Frankie unit on the first turn to guarantee myself an orb on the second turn, and as you'll see here, hitting with the color affinity of Ace Yamato on the middle unit, and finishing off with a Sabo for the color affinity on the strength unit works quite nicely here, because you do have that 1.5 times color affinity boost, which actually drastically reduces your damage if you hit like strength with Dex. On stage 3, we get blinded, so we are doing this with blind, so make sure you have the sound on and the Shark Superb, because it is going to help you out. On this stage, they have 3 turns of a 3-turn perfect barrier, as well as, that's pretty much all they do, actually. So thanks to, also they do a massive, like, 99% HP card. No, it's like 90% HP card. Thanks to the support of Mr. 3, though, and hitting our perfects, we can actually get a lot of healing on this turn because Ace is our captain, and that way we can actually tank a shot from one of these units here. Now, as you can see, we did a lot of damage on the first turn. You need to make sure you utilize your barrier pen units wisely, and because you are hitting with barrier pen, like with the last 2 units, you can do quite a bit of damage. Just remember that Ace, Yamato, Shinobu, and Momo, as well as Usopp, they don't have barrier pen because you are below 50% HP. On the second turn, you can actually just switch with Ace and Sabo, give yourself some color affinity, some matching orbs, and as you'll see there, you can easily take out that unit, no issues whatsoever. Once we move into the Django stage, there's a bunch of mob enemies in the front. They burn you for 2 turns, which you actually remove thanks to switching back into Frankie, which actually works out really, really nicely. You get 2 turns of paralysis and special one on your right-hand column. Support of Raizo is going to remove the paralysis. Thanks to Ace Yamato, we get around the special blinds. And on this particular stage, we are going to use Frankie to give us a attack and an orb buff. Now, no matter what, you are going to get a full board of like every single orb and Wano. So Frankie's actually not going to have an orb, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video. So if you just use a stat booster there, I'm sure it'll work fine. But if you have that Luffy support, it is such a good support, and you can definitely utilize it there, and it works out very, very nicely. On this turn, we're going to switch with our Ace Yamato as well as our Ace and Sabo. That way we get some more matching orbs, we get color affinity, we get a chain boundary. And on this stage, we can actually take out everyone very, very nicely. Now remember, because you get a heal from Frankie, you get your barrier pen from Shinobu and Momo, as well as Usopp. And then as you guys will see there, like you do so much damage with Kizaru in that Wano slot, that you are going to be in for a very, very good time. And you shouldn't need, like I said, you shouldn't need that Frankie support. That support on Frankie. On the final stage, you get chain coefficient reduction, which is a little bit annoying. And then you get captain swapped to your middle left unit. So make sure you put Ace Sabo there. It works out very, very nicely. And then you get 6 turns of Despair, 5 turns of Sailor Despair, 2 turns of Special Reverse. And that's pretty much it. There's a whole bunch of mob units. On the first turn, you need to make sure you use the Super Switch of Ace Sabo before Kizaru. So we're going to like fast forward a bit. The Ace and Sabo's Super Switch ability actually gives you a higher color affinity boost, so make sure you do that and you don't stuff up. You can reload the app like I just did to fix that. But you get a full board of orbs with them, you get a 2.25 times color affinity boost. Kizaru then gives you cooldowns, as well as giving you a chain boost as well. Then you can actually use the Ace Sabo special to get an orb buff. And then you have Ace and Yamato to give yourself an attack boost and a conditional boost with their switch ability, as well as their final tap. Their final tap is level 3. Again, my friend Captain's level 3, and it is absolutely plenty of damage. If you have like the I can't remember his name, Ryogoku support, you could probably run some shenanigans with Ace and Yamato as your captain, and then you could bring a friend, Ace Sabo. Then you could probably try and replace Kizaru like with another like, you could probably replace Kizaru with another like really good sort of captain option that can also give you maybe like a really good chain boost. Maybe something like Sabo could work, the 6+ Sabo, but I'm not 100% sure there. But there you guys go. No Treasure Map Nami support. Works out very, very nicely. If you enjoyed the video and helped you out, like I said, belt the like button. If you're new, if you haven't done so already, hit that big red subscribe button as well. But guys, wherever you are in this beautiful world, as always, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. I thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Late!